Hello everyone, I'm Gerach, but you can call me Jay, and today I'm going to redesign some of my favorite Fakemon. This is because I've finally hit 300 subscribers, and for that, thank you all so much. It means so much to me and is one more step towards the goal of monetization in the future. Anyways, let's get into the video. First up, we have Mega Gerach from the Megaverse Primal Age video. I put this first because I didn't much want to redesign it, more like update its render because I'm not too happy with the finished product. It felt wobbly and incomplete. This time I made it feel exactly how I wanted it to feel. I used the symmetry tool to make sure nothing felt wobbly or out of place. I wanted it to grow large and sorta fat, like it was filled up with so much cosmic energy that it could burst at any moment. Its third eye is wide open with its two regular eyes closed. Now it can only see through that third eye. I added eye shapes on the wind chimes. Are they wind chimes? On its head to make it look like multiple eyes were on you in battle. Its helmet sort of thing on its head also now has this 3D star shape. So anyways, here is Mega Gerach redesign, the Wish Pokemon, a Steel and Psychic type. Mega Gerach has the power of 1000 universes stored in its body. Due to this, its eyes do not work and it has to resort to opening its third eye, which can also see into the future. Gerach suffers much pain in this form, threatening to burst like a balloon at any moment. Its ability is Wishmaker. Wishmaker is a new ability that has a 20% chance to set up a wish every time this Pokemon attacks. It was pretty difficult to choose between redesigning this or Mega Deoxys, but I felt like Mega Gerach needed a bit more of a re-render, more because it was made way before, feeling much more outdated. Hey, who is that? Tanukai, you shot up. Oh, Fred? Where have you been? Exploring the world? I mean, I guess. Okay, well, at least you're here now, right? So once again, let's introduce you. Hey everyone, this one my Pokemon I designed during the Japril series, Primal Bellybolt, also known as Fred. He's gonna be a co-host from now on, so get used to him. Anyways, hey, what a coincidence. Tanukai, you're getting a makeover too. Okay, so I've loved Tanukai ever since I designed it, and it sort of feels like one of my pillars of my channel. It also started a series that I really love, and I'll be honest, sometimes rewatch just to see the story parts because I really like watching them. So I thought to give Tanukai one last try. In the original design, it is sort of just floating there, but here I kind of wanted it to look like it was crawling along the floor. It really is just the same design, but I changed the pose and made it feel just ghostly wisps instead of actual paws like before. But still, I want to explain the inspirations once again. I knew I wanted to make a Tanukai for the Kanto prompt. I knew I wanted to make a Tanuki for the Kanto prompt, and I went in and researched a lot about Tanukis and found out some stuff I didn't know. For example, Tanukis in the real world and Tanukis in Japanese mythology look exactly alike, minus one difference, more or less. The yokai has rings on its tail. I will admit, I thought that the real Tanuki also had rings, but I guess I was wrong, so the entire tail is invisible besides the rings. On top of that, I wanted to lean more into that ring theme, and I came across the concept of Tanuki tail keychains being looked upon as good luck charms, sort of like how rabbit foot keychains are too. So that's the main reason why the tail is invisible and there's a ring at the base of the tail. So it referenced the Tanuki tail keychains. Another thing I did was just add another stripe / ring around its belly to 1, break up the design and not make it look bland, and 2, to add more into that ring theme we have going on. Finally, I added in a small sheet ghost inspiration, as you can see with the eyes, being that sort of blacked out sheet ghost look, and its mouth opened in a sort of surprised look. Man, that was a long time-lapse segment. Anyways, here is Tanukai, redesign, the yokai Pokemon, a ghost type. Tanukai are unpredictable Pokemon. Some may be timid and hide from humans who visit the Lavender Tower, and other ones are mischievous and love pulling pranks. Many Cantonians believe that this Pokemon came to be after Zigzagoons were killed for their tails, turning them into keychains. Though, many scientists have proved that the ring at the base of its tail is just a coincidence and doesn't have any biological similarities to Zigzagoon. Its abilities are Levitate and Clear Body, and its hidden ability is Super Luck. So, yeah, here's hoping I never have a time-lapse segment that long ever again. Just writing the script makes me think of how slow I'm gonna have to make the time-lapse and how bad it's gonna look. Well, let's move on to the third of the 4 pillars of my channel, Pinecub. I'll admit, and I'm not ashamed to say it, but I have favorites when it comes to my Chirota starters. That being 100% without a doubt Pinecub's line. I'm just so obsessed with its cute look, and then Baromass is just so sick. I've always wanted an electric type starter, a real one, not just Pikachu, and I adore the one I made. But let's actually talk about what I'm making right now on screen. This is another design that is less redesigning and more modernizing it to my new art style and thinking of designs. So I looked at the original design and picked out some imperfections I wanted to change, such as the pose looking quite awkward, the pattern on its belly being way too obvious, and the little moss collar looking strange. I still wanted it to have a teddy bear feeling to it, but just sort of exemplify it more, since that was the original idea for this design, making it look like a teddy bear. I decided to sit it down and look at the floor grumpily, like it was pouting. I don't know what I was talking about in the original video, saying one of the sketches was too grumpy, but maybe now that I realize that shows how much I've grown as an artist in the past year. Next up, I tackled the belly pattern, and I literally just deleted it from existence. Maybe I should have reworked a pattern on the belly somehow, because now it feels a bit too empty, but I've already designed it, I'm not going to go back and do it again. Next up was the collar, and I kind of just fluffed it up a bit more because it looked so flat in the design before. Plus, I think the moss covering the bottom of the face, but then the muzzle not being covered just looked sort of strange. After that, I just added a tuft of fur on the top of its head sticking up, and it was pretty much done. Without further ado, I reintroduced Pinecub, redesign, the cub Pokemon, a grass type. Pinecub are grumpy little Pokemon. When they get mad, they will plop down on the ground, stare at it, and make a whining noise. When Pinecub get comfortable with their trainer, they will hug their legs or ask to be picked up like a teddy bear. Its ability is Overgrow, and its hidden ability is Biofuel. If you haven't watched the original starter video, Biofuel is a new signature ability of the Pinecub line that restores 1/8 of the Pokemon's health when it enters battle, if damaged. When it gets hit by a move for the first time, its attacks is boosted by 1 stage. Now, I don't know if this is a really overpowered ability, don't blame me, because I still don't know the difference between a good and bad ability. Okay, well, I've already crushed my hopes because that time-lapse segment was longer than the last. I really do want to keep it brief, but I've been so excited to do this video that I might just be explaining very thoroughly. Before we move on to the next redesign, I would like to ask you all if you could like and subscribe to me, because I put a lot of work into my videos, and I'm so grateful for you all thinking that my channel is good enough to click that button that notifies people when I upload. If anyone else isn't subscribed that's watching this video and agrees with the other 300 that clicked it, thank you so much. It's insane how many people see worth in my content. Anyways, let's move on to my 4th and final pillar, the first design I ever made on the channel, regional Wooper. Okay, so technically I've already redesigned this before, but not in a video on this channel. So pretty much before I planned on doing April this year, I was planning to redesign every single one of my Pokemon. And so I had redesigned Wooper already, and that design can actually be found briefly in April Week 3. But I remember being so proud of this design when I first made it, and I still am. I'm really, really proud of it. I still love how I made the gills because they look like the nice pink clouds in a sunset, the best time of the day. I also just made the design much bubblier and round with the shapes and all because the lore is that it's like half air in its body and it can expand into even more of a balloon. Or do the thing where balloons fly around, releasing air and shrivel up. I just feel sort of nostalgic for this already, only being 2 years since making it. I know that sounds so cringy, but it's true. I really love this guy so much. Okay, but now I should really talk about the redesign. I posed it in the way I originally imagined it, bouncing around in the air, just enjoying itself. It has its tail in front of its body, feet lifted, and just enjoying in those, and just joy in those precious eyes. This time, I didn't do the sort of gradient I did with the original in the gills, but it's still the beautiful sunset cloud pink. I also changed the tornado pattern on the belly into some sort of fluffy scarf thing around its neck. Overall, it isn't a huge redesign, but I'm so happy to say that the one that started it all is now up to date and complete. Also, I went back to all my past videos to look at the designs, and I sound like a 5-year-old in that regional forms video. I can't believe I used to sound like that. So actually, let's bring Baby J back.
Introducing
Wooper Redesign, the flying fish Pokemon, a flying and ground type. Woopers are filled with Jubilee at all times. Their bodies are made up of stretchy fiber that almost act like balloon. So they can blow up their bodies up to be big and round or lose control and fly around a room like a balloon losing air. They love this activity and will do it all day as long as they're not tired. Its ability is Cloud 9 and its hidden ability is Wind Rider. So yeah, to end it off the video, I just wanted to redesign my favorite Pokemon I've ever made, Raptorial Blaze. Yeah, so ever since making Raptorial Blaze, I knew that it was my favorite, but I also knew I wanted to redesign it as soon as the video gave me the chance because, well, I traced the pose. Oh my god, no way, I'm so cancelled now. Tracing a pose? Despicable. Yeah, I really don't care about that much. I just want to, I just want to know that I put all my effort into the design that I consider to be my best. But before I actually start talking about my redesign, let's talk about the other design up in the corner that's sitting next to the original. Yeah, so I would like to thank you. Yeah, so I would like you to say thank you to Cryptic Draws, a user in Jake's Fake's Discord channel, who wanted to give this redesign a go and kinda gave me the idea to make this video in the first place. So in the comments, I better see a bunch of thank you Cryptic Draws. But seriously, their design was amazing, and just Cryptic's design helped me see all the flaws in my original design. So yeah, let's now get into my redesign. I first looked at why I loved the original design. It was based on my favorite dinosaur. It was based on a super interesting design details in it, and most importantly, the dynamic pose. Now, some of the things I dislike about the design. I feel like I overdid it in the heating up type of patterns on its body. The tail, the teeth, the claws, the talons, and the colors were very desaturated. I also really just made Charizard, but turned it into a raptor. Head and wings were the exact same, so I wanted to differentiate the design a bit. I started off with a dynamic pose. Instead of running straight at the camera, I decided to do the sort of ready to pounce pose, and its personality was very energetic and unpredictable. It may act like a real feral raptor, or a sort of sweet Pokemon that acts like a lapdog. Next, I looked at Cryptic's redesign and took what I liked from it and put it in and just added more feathers. Next, I looked at Cryptic's redesign and took what I liked from it and put it onto my design. So basically, most of the changes. Sorry, I got completely lost in the script. Those include the feathered wings, which I just add more feathers than their design. The more raptor-like talons on its feet. The one long inner talon. The punk rock makeup that I forgot about in the original design. The Mega Charizard Y/Charmeleon callback with the single horn. With the single horn, I focused on the prominent... With the single horn, I focused on the Mega Charizard Y inspiration and gave it 3 horns, but the middle one was the most prominent, just to further exaggerate the idea. Anyways, I really want to wrap up this segment, bouncing onto the scene. Here is Raptorial Blaze redesign, the Paradox Pokemon, a Fire and Dark type. Raptorial Blaze resembles a feral Pokemon found in a paranormal magazine that would pursue its prey until it got a hold of them. Raptorial Blaze are aggressive Pokemon that will lock onto any point at once and charge at it until it gets its claws on it. They use their burning flame on the tip of their tails to burn their prey alive and enjoy a meal. Its ability is photosynthesis. I always like to imagine a regular ability would look like on a Paradox Pokemon, so if this wasn't a Paradox Pokemon, its ability would be Anger Point. So, I may have gotten a bit carried away too much today. The time-lapse segments were ungodly lengths. Never expect me to do this again, because I'm never going to try to make a video this long ever again. So
Thank you, my loyal servants, for finally getting my YouTube channel to 300 subscribers. I know the start of this channel was a rough one, very unstructured and, well, terrible, but in the past 3 months, that has changed thanks to me, Drip, running the channel. I know you are looking upon your overlord and praising me.
Drip? What do you think you're doing here? Also, your channel? Who do you think you are? I do all of this alone, thanks to you, and spend grueling hours making sure these videos are good for everyone that watched. You just click the publish button. You really think I couldn't do that? I did that for 2 years until he came along and messed up my life.
You. Who do you think I am? I'm your overlord and you will bow before me, or I will kill every single one of you. From now on, I will host the show.
Ha! Nice try. Raptorial Blaze, deal with him. I'm trying to finish a video.
Fine, but don't you forget, you did this to yourself.
Okay. So sorry for that, everyone. Just to plug a bit more, if you're confused about anything that just went on, go into the J-Pro playlist and watch it. That will explain everything. Don't forget the original videos that these Pokemon are from will be linked in the description, so if you want to see the original designs and the others in those videos, feel free. But I just want to thank you all so much one more time. It has been a dream since I was like 5 years old to be a YouTuber, and I know that if I went back and told my younger self what we've done, he'd be so proud of me. Honestly, it's been really hard for me to be it's really hard for me to be proud of myself or share my accomplishments with other people, because isn't the kind of person I am. So I'm thankful that I have people on the internet that will watch these videos and just listen to me talk about my Pokemon designs. With that, I would like to announce a sort of channel reboot that I've been thinking about for a few months now. I want this channel to feel even more raw and personal, so I will try my hardest to stop the scripts. In fact, I would like to try it out for the rest of this video, just providing myself a few bullet points to go off of. so beware. There will be a lot of ums and uhs and scattered brains. And before going into this part of the video, it's just a discussion about the future of the channel and how I would like to structure it. Okay, so the first bullet point I have here is higher quality on videos. So what I'm thinking for this is that I made a community post about this a bit ago, but I'm thinking of doing once a month videos. This is the last video of this type of structure of videos. And for those, I'm gonna go higher quality. I'm gonna learn how to actually properly edit, like, you know, like, okay, I can't think of a YouTube right now, unscripted, but yeah, just think of a eye-catchy video that has some good editing, sound effects, background music, and just like animations and stuff. Alright, so next thing is tight schedule. So pretty much, I think when I wrote this, I meant that I'm going into school in 2 months, and I'm starting high school, so I don't know exactly how busy I'll be. From what I've heard from people, I'm gonna be pretty busy, but yeah, I'll try to make time for the videos. What I'll do is I'll probably just work on videos Friday, Saturday, Sundays. That'll give me what? That'll give me about 9 days, 10 days to get a video done. If I want to get a video by like the 3rd week of the month, which is what my goal personally is. Okay, so next, alright, I already covered that, 1 video a month. Alright, next sub goal and a date. So I'm thinking, obviously the next big goal is 400 subscribers. Now I have 2 different time slots I'd like to accomplish this in. Either we finish it by December 31st of this year, which is so unlikely, but you know, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't seem likely, but I still want to push to that goal, because we have what, 5 months, and yeah, 5 months until, as of recording the script, 5 months until December 31st, and yeah, I just hope that we can hit it by then. If not, I'm aiming for July or April 20th of 2027. My channel's 3rd birthday. So let's hope that happens at least by then. 400 subscribers, maybe if we're lucky even 500 subscribers, but I'm not gonna get there. But yeah, let's try to hit there. Subscribe, like the video if you haven't yet and are still watching. Okay, next bullet point, experimental phase. So yes, I want to sort of right now, at least for the rest of the year, or until, well, I'm not gonna bring that up yet, but until a certain part next year, I'm gonna be in a experimental phase. So I want to do a bunch of different editing stuff, unscripted, obviously, like I'm doing right now. I'm actually sort of proud of myself for not saying or this much, at least realizing. I probably said it a bunch of times, but don't mind this if so. Yeah, so I want to do a bunch of unscripted stuff. I want to maybe do some collabs. I want to, yeah, really just experiment with the channel. Try higher quality videos, lower quality, shorter, longer, stuff like that. This video's already, oh god, it's about to be 30 minutes. I should probably wrap this up soon. Okay, next, short situation. So I'm planning to do, since I'm only going to post a long form video once a week, I'm going to have, or not once a week, once a month, sorry. I'm going to aim for 4 to 5 shorts a month, but I don't want to lean on shorts for my community because I really don't want to do that. So maybe yeah, never mind. I don't know where I was going with that. Cancellation of many projects. Man, this pains me to say. Obviously, I quietly ended the Chirota series. I think I have my explanation in April week 4 or 5, one of those. But pretty much, I want to be proud of something I made and not like it doesn't represent, the region doesn't represent the place I'm basing it off of. And I think I was just so scattered around Alaska that it didn't work out much. I didn't research anything. So yeah, I canceled that project, and it's not canceled, it's delayed and probably getting reboot. But the Megaverse project, the sort of like prequel videos, the Megaverse Origins, those did very poorly. But obviously I don't care about views much. I kind of want to have all of my designs done before I actually go into the stories, because right now I was supposed to have the Hisui designs, or the Hisui video out last month, 2 months ago when you're seeing this. Yeah, no, it's not, the designs aren't even done. So I'm gonna go on a hiatus of that until I'm at least done with all the from Hisui to Sinnoh designs. So Hisui, Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh. I'm almost done with the Hisui designs, but doesn't really matter right now. And I also just canceled possibly just canceled the Applin of every type video. I may come back to it because I do have some designs done for it. I would probably just do all 18 designs in one video, and that would be that. Okay, finally, my conclusion statement. Alright. So, sorry for the bad unscripted speaking. I am pretty bad at this, and, you know, this is my first try, I think, since my second video, and for my first and second video, I only unscripted the time-lapse parts, and yeah, those ended up poorly. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for 300 subscribers. I know like nobody's watching by now. If you are, you're a real one. Thank you. I know this video is 30 minutes long. Jesus, sorry. Editing it will be terrible, terrible, terrible. But anyways, I've been Jay, and I'll see you all next time. Oh, wait. Let Primal. Okay, that's getting cut out of the video. Bye!